bit under here. Not much sticking out. Better. Hi there, this video is going to be about how to set up the Fun Hut Playhouse, which is actually one of our quite popular designs. Few things before you start. Just make sure you have all the tools there and everything ready so that you don't need to be stopped part way through. Make sure all the pets and the animals are out the way. Once you've received your package and you've got it all there, just check that all the parts are there. Make sure you're not missing anything. Yeah, then you're good to go. So unload the stack. You might want to just make yourself familiar with it as you do. Just put the pieces where you know they are. You can get them easy to find. If you need to shuffle things around, the first thing you'll be using will be the base, which when you get the pack you'll be able to see here from this shot that it'll be right on the bottom, but that's just for shipping convenience. So unload all the walls, move them out the way. It doesn't really matter which order you put these in. Basically you can set up in any order. So to move those, level out the base, just check both ways and make sure it's level. Once you've got it positioned, then all you need to do is decide where you want the door to face. So basically you can start on any wall you want. For this tutorial it's probably better just to start with one of the blank walls, which they're practically all the same. Use a brace to hold it while you grab the next back wall. You can see one of the frames will be shorter than the other one, and the other back wall will just slip right between the wall and the edge of the base. Get it in there nicely. The best way to do this, you can use a diagonal brace or brace from the back down onto the ground. I just use a quick clamp, as you can see right here. Very quick, simple. Just drill a hole through at the top, drill down at the bottom. You probably want to use about a 6mm drill bit, 5.5 to 6mm, and make sure that you're not going any deeper than 90mm. These screws are only 75mm, so once you've done that, screw both the screws in, tension them right up. We're using hex screws or purlin screws. There's lots of names, bugle batting screws, but these will tension it right up. They've got a pre-drilling place on them. Set up the next wall. Here we're going to go for the door wall. It's pretty simple. It's just the same step all the way through. You screw at the top, screw at the bottom. As you see here, I'm not even using a clamp. I'm just holding the wall with one hand and screwing with the other because we've got everything sitting there ready. This is just really simple and straightforward. You should be able to do this quite easy. Just make sure that you got the frame on the base and overhang the ply. It should have about a 20 to 30mm overhang at the bottom. Same method, same way, just go through, make sure you've got all the screws put in. Normally you would use purlin. These ones are easy to pull out. It's easier just to pull these ones out and put them back in, but a purlin screw overall is going to be the best way. It'll finish flush, it'll look nice. You can get the brown painted one, so it's going to blend in. So now onto the rafters. You probably want to use a clamp here. As you'll see, we will get this screw on. So you just put it in a hole right up at the top. Just fix it. It doesn't matter which way you go. It all will end up the same. You screw it through one way. You probably want to use a clamp here. Yeah, so we'll use a clamp. Then you grab the other two half pieces. These have got a V notch which goes into that one, so using the same method, pre-drill it, screw it through, and then you nail it to the first rafter.
Get push on it.
Second one using the same method. And then on to the next step. So now we're going to put the roof on. We'll put the door on last. You don't want to get that in the way. Basically these are triangle shaped pieces. They're all cut the same. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You just want to make sure that the overhang is the same on all of them, that they line up on the overhang. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Here we go. So as you can see there from the video, basically just put a few screws along the top. It doesn't really matter if these screws are not stainless. There's going to be a seam along there, so you can do stainless, but you can just use the normal zinc screws if you want. The only really thing that's the major point, when you get to the valleys, just make sure there's not too much of a big gap. A little gap is alright, they should meet up fairly neatly. There will be a flashing or a moulding going down the valley, but just try and make it in a nice straight line.
Okay, can you bring me through?
Yeah, it's starting to get dark. We actually started the video in the later part of the day. We'll get it finished though, but yeah, you should use a clamp there. You should be actually using a clamp. We'll get it finished. There's only a couple more hours left to dark, but it's pretty simple and straightforward, so we'll see how we're going. And we'll just finish off the last couple pieces here. And on to the next step. Line that up right there, make sure it's quite even on the overhang. Probably actually more important to get the valley there quite even. As you can see, we'll want to move it around and not have too much of a bigger gap. That top there is sort of a bit flexible, you can push it under the moulding, so we'll probably just reduce the gap on the valley there. Put a couple screws. Alright. There you go.